a short documentary on the papyrus plant, which the Egyptians used for making paper, accessories, and even some of the first boats.
It was such a valuable research that citizens and even the scribe Gothro would honor this remarkable plant.
Now, let's go through a journey to learn about the papyrus plant.
Papyrus was discovered by the Egyptians. Archaeologists believe it was a freak accident when they found it. But not too long later, it seemed as if they found uses of this simple weed, like making paper, boats, scrolls, and even in some cases, accessories like slippers. Papyrus was worth high value in the trading market since it only grew along the Nile. And since papyrus was used to make some of the first boats, it's obviously very strong and durable. And also because a single patch of papyrus can live up to 2 millennia. It's funny to say that a single plant was a revolutionary resource.
As we mentioned earlier, papyrus was used to make paper.
So we will attempt to make our own, and this is how we are going to do it.
See here, I have several things of papyrus. Right now I'm going to try to start the first stage of making papyrus. So, as you can see here, I have one stalk. Now I'm going to cut off this end. And I'm going to cut like sizes of this about like the size that you want your paper. So, now that you have a few pieces of papyrus stalk, you're going to take a pocket knife and you're going to peel off all the green layer. So, that knife. Try to peel off the green layer. Now we kind of have the meat part. By the way, this green stuff is a really strong part of the papyrus. Really strong, hard to break. Hard to break. So, this is the part we're going to use to make the paper. We are going to cut this into thin strips, kind of all the same size. The width will probably get smaller because of the triangular shape. So we're going to cut the little strips. Okay, one. Pretty good. Okay. Okay, second strip. Good. Okay, so just throw this piece away. Right now I have about 2, 3, 4, 5 strips of papyrus. Now, let's do that to the other pieces. Kind of have a mess here. Now we're gonna do the same thing where we peel off all that green stuff. Now we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that same thing where we peel off all the white. So we still have our 4 strips. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips. Yay! Okay, we're gonna do even more. Take this. So we have these strips. Now we're gonna. Okay. Now we're gonna take this hammer and rolling pin. I want to try to take the moisture out of the strips. So, take this, roll it somehow. I don't have too much experience doing this. Okay, I think I got enough of the moisture out. I don't know. But also gonna use a hammer. Tried it earlier, didn't work too well though, so maybe. There, I don't know. But then, come over here, and we're we are going to soak it in a bowl of water. Now we're going to keep repeating this process with all those tiny strips. And after 3 days, these papyrus strips should have released this kind of glue-like substance that will help bond them while we press them. So hi guys, and now we're going to start stage 2 on making the paper papyrus.
So what Luke's gonna do, he's gonna put
I'm gonna cut the strips first.
he's gonna make the strips, and then what he's gonna do, he's gonna put them in a pattern, kind of like a plaid pattern in a way,
crisscross.
Yeah, crisscross pattern into paper. And then we'll also make them shorter, so then we can make more paper out of it. As you can see, making papyrus paper isn't too easy, but it's doable. So you can try it at home. It's a fun homemade project.
You can be our narrator.
Thank you. Okay, so you see, they're all wet now after a few days of soaking in that water. So all the sugar content to come out, and it become kind of in a more sticky form instead of a more solid form. So now they can stick together kind of like paper, and we don't need to use any human-made glue or tapes. So it's all natural. So you see, we're almost done with the paper, and if you can see right now,
I'm putting it on a cloth piece of paper towel, so the pressure from the rocks, from these bricks, won't be too much.
And what he means right now is, after we're done with the pattern, we're gonna put all the rocks over that paper, so then it can kind of stay and put pressure on it for a few more days.
So they will stick together.
Yeah, and then we will get the paper. So you see, right now, Luke, he's cutting it so then we can get the paper more in a pattern instead of just a long horizontal line going down.
And it will help bond them better.
Instead of having just...
It's boring. Without, kind of creates that pattern you see on the papyrus.
And after pressing, then you can actually write on it, because right now it's too moist and wet and filled with moisture and sticky substances that it's not going to really withstand pencil lead. Well, actually ink, because back then Egyptians would use ink instead of pencils, of course, because it was easier to make, and they didn't know how to make pencils in the first place. Are we going to fast forward on this? Okay, good. Alright, we're finally finished. Now we're gonna press them together
by putting another piece of cloth on it.
And then we're gonna put a bunch of these hard bricks over it.
Now let's do that. Okay, so that's it.
We're done with this papyrus project. Thanks.
No, we are. We didn't finish making it. We're still in the process of making it. This was a...
I'm sorry. Dirt.
Well, we still have to take the papyrus out after 6 more days.
And in the meantime, we'll play some rock, paper, scissors. Hi, the papyrus is finally ready. Now we're gonna lift these heavy rocks and boulders off so then we can see the end result. is the finished papyrus paper. And if you just take it off slowly, the paper's nice, feels pretty durable, but you cannot write with pencil, so you have to write it with ink because of the material and texture. So now we're finally done with the paper, and thanks for watching our documentary.